Warm welcome to all our viewers to the New Zealand 8-ball teams nationals. Okay, we're just getting started today, and it's going to be a finals day for most of the teams. Okay, these two teams that are on now haven't been playing that long, but let's see how they go. They're playing for a spot in probably, I think, the last 6 or 8 on the loser side. So we have Yash Kumar. He's been playing under a year. And he'll be playing Kawadi Flavel, who has also been playing under a year. So 2 fairly new players to the game, but that's what we're here for. We're just to promote the game. Hopefully we'll get more schools involved next year. These guys get coached every Fridays. They're here about after school and always come in on Thursdays as well. So a lot of coaching for them. So watch them now and then come back next year and watch them again, see how much improvement they have done. In the main final, we have Hamilton Boys High versus Waikato Dio, Girls Dio. And most of those players have been overseas and a lot of experience. And I'm picking up a few of those players that are in the final 2 to go to the major final. They'll be able to beat a lot of the top players in New Zealand. So just hang around for that game. That'll probably be coming up in about probably an hour's time. Okay, so he didn't nominate the ball, so he loses his turn. A ball in the wrong pocket, you lose your turn. In other words, there's no flukes in this game. Kawadi, nice shot. This boy here has got a good future. I've watched him play a couple of times, and yeah, he's got a good future in the game. Like I say, it all comes down to what he gets taught. Coaching is the key. He can know the game in 3 years, the full game, be the all-round player in 3 years with the right coaching. No coaching, you can do it in 10. So it's a big commitment. Okay, this guy here, Yash Kumar, Hamilton Boys High School. That's a nice shot. A little bit too hard, but potable. 4 in the middle, he'll have a long shot on the black because the white ball's moving away from the black. Okay, so if Kumar thinks about it, or Yash thinks about it, you can just tap the ball here and snooker him. Now he's going for something different here. Head and hope. Nice pot on the 4. Wow, look at that. Oh, I just missed position. The black is not on. And just to my right here, I've got the man that has set up this tournament and made it run like a gem, Logan Walsh.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. That is a phenomenal shot. Wow. That is a great way to start. It's a 10-3. Kawari. I mean, Kawari played a little bit last year, but he's really taken off a lot this year. So Kawari is probably one of the greatest shots I've seen for the whole weekend. I mean, it's still early here on Saturday, but that could be a pretty good challenger for a shot of the tournament so far. So I mean, the Ngaruawahia boys made up of Sam Ngaruawahia, and he's had 2 years experience, so he started playing last year too. And we've got Kawati and Karoria. So Karoria looks like he's up at the moment. Karoria probably plays the most gentle pool you'll ever see. It's a very interesting way he plays pool. Very, very talented. He's got Karoria really flourishes Jimmy with his feel. You'll see that he's probably one of those players that he's actually really good at speed pool because he just doesn't hit it hard, like ever. And it's quite interesting to watch him play because he'll just gently hit everything in at pocket weight. He'll just leave the white ball just kind of there and doesn't get himself into too much trouble. He tries to keep things pretty simple, so probably the reason why Karoria is probably one of the better players at Ngaruawahia. This is his second year. He's come a long way this year, particularly. Last year, he took it seriously enough, but I think he's really got a little bit more serious this year, and it has shown in his results. Like you can see, he's technically very, very good. Like you can see his stance and bridge there. Look at that. Stays down on a shot perfectly. Like very, very, very talented player.
Yeah, and you've had a lot to do with these players, Logan. You can see them every Thursday, and sometimes they turn up on Fridays. So you've done some good work with them.
Yeah, as I was saying on the stream yesterday, these boys are actually a dream to coach because they listen, very respectful, have an open mind as well when you can coach them. So that's probably why they've taken off so much.
A great sport to get into. And financially it's quite good too. All you need is a cue. You can use a house rack cue for free. But a lot of the good players, they pay big money for their cues. Can range anywhere from 1,500 upwards for the good ones. Okay, nice shot. Left himself a long shot. A lot of the top players would have pushed that in a little bit harder and gone closer to the balls down the end there. Anyhow, he's still got a shot. And to my left here. Right. Oh, took that one. Okay, we've got Tom Rosman, Hall of Famer, BCA, trick shot artist with me.
Looks like we're playing some pool today here. Jimmy, what do you think?
Yeah, we've got plenty of pool to play here today, Tom.
It's beautiful. This is a great game. Everybody should come on down.
Oh, definitely. Yes, especially to meet you.
So what do we? I'm having a great time. I'll tell you what. These young people are so great. They love the game, and their skills are just phenomenal. I'm glad I'm not playing because I'm afraid I might not get a shot.
Oh, the way you play, mate, I think you can play with one hand.
Well, I usually play with two, but my brain gets in the way sometime. Yeah, this is great. Wow. So what do we got on these tables now? This is 2 tables going here on the screen?
Yeah, we just got one TV table, and yeah, that's a bit delayed on the live stream.
And these teams here on the Hamilton Shields?
Yes, one from Hamilton High School and the other one from Ngaruawahia, which is like about 20 minutes out of Hamilton. Fairly close, and these guys come every Thursday for coaching.
Did one of these teams win last year?
No, they're always roundabouts, but most of these players have only played for 1 to 2 years, if that.
Yeah, that's great. I tell you, they're shooting just super, aren't they? Perfect position. They have a. Is there a coach on each team they're not allowed any coaching timeouts, right? It's
No, not while they're playing.
okay. So, you've probably coached quite a few of these players, haven't you? You're one of the main coaches in probably the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, I've coached a lot of people over my time, and yeah, I put a lot of time into what Messe, provides.
Sure. Massey's awesome.
Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this sort of stuff going. They look after a lot of players. They're great to have.
I've traveled, all over the world, and I've never seen anything like this. This is amazing. This is it's kind of we call that kind of like an enigma in the industry. You do something so unique and different, you can't hardly explain it. In other words, to have this many young people to play with such high skills is tremendous.
Yes, it's really taken off the game of pool in New Zealand, thanks to Messe and a couple of other associations. But Messe have really put a lot of time and money, and yeah, they've really made the sport take off.
Yeah, I know Bernie and the board, they really have done the job, I'll tell you. So if I don't know, I would assume everybody probably knows about Messe all over the North and South Island, right?
Yeah, they're very, very popular, and they got 4 rooms all over New Zealand, and yeah, a lot of people support them.
Now on this game here between Shields and Mighty Green, is there a favorite team, Jimmy? You know the teams better than me. I mean, is there one that's favored, or is they kind of both about even?
Yeah, they're fairly even, but I think Ngaruawahia have the upper hand because they come in here quite often. They're here every week for 3 or 4 hours. So I think they've got the upper hand.
And the 3 and the 10 there on the screen is the bracket they came out of?
That's the score. So if yeah. So the format is how many balls you pot. If you win the match, you get 10 points, and the loser will get the how many balls they potted.
Okay, so right now they just started, correct?
Yeah, this is the second game, and we have one game on the other table, which is running.
Okay, and so in this game, they get 1 point per ball made, correct?
That's right. Yes,
Same thing
that's
on
right.
On the 8 ball, or is it more on the 8 ball?
No, they just got to win the game, and so if you win the game and pot all your balls, it's 10 points.
So they're getting, so basically they're getting 1 for each ball, and so they're giving like 3 for the 8 almost, something like that.
Yes, they give them 3 extra for the win.
Yeah. You ever get there? I've been there a few times.
Have you? Oh, mate. Yeah, I try to get there a lot, but sometimes I don't.
Well, sometimes you don't get a shot.
That's right, mate. That's the worst result you can get, a 10-0.
Yeah, when you're playing with these young kids with good eyes, they got good eyes, and they got good minds, and they got good hearts, and that's a heck of a combination.
That's right, mate. That's what you need in this game to be successful.
Yeah, I noticed one thing I was watching is, Dave Pearson and I and we're working with the kids now, also last year, but we noticed the mechanics are so beautiful. Coaches like yourself have been spending a lot of time with them.
Yeah. Well, we spend a lot of time with their technique, and technique is probably the main part of the game.
Yeah, of course. I noticed a few of the kids have played snooker even, which is a kind of a base. They're still playing snooker in New Zealand.
Yeah. A lot of them still love. A lot of them love snooker.
I think the snooker. What do we got here? Oh, look at this shot. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like I say, these guys have only played 1 to 2 years.
Wow, that was some shot I just saw there. I kind of got sidetracked. Did you see that beautiful shot? What happened there?
Yeah, that was a nice cut on the 9.
Now he's got to get what on this? He just cut it in, right? No problem.
Depends how he hits it. He could go in off here if he hits it, too thin and hits it too hard.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay. See, I would shoot that probably 16 rails in the side pocket. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. I believe that. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
great finish. Yeah.
He only went 2 rails. This rail and that. So he did good though. What a beautiful. And what did they play? They were going to play to so many points.
Yeah. So
how does it work?
So Hamilton Boys High scored 10 points there, and the other team, Ngaruawahia, got 6 because they potted 6 balls, so they get 6 points. Yeah. So that's 10-6 to Hamilton Boys High.
And then what do they play till it's mathematically impossible to win?
Yeah, that's right. But we're gonna just let them carry on and put them, give them a
That's
bit
good.
more
Let 'em-
exposure.
Yeah, to play, of course. That's beautiful. So now, how do they play on the? Is it the winner breaks?
Alternate breaks. Yep. So yeah, one team will break one round, and then the other team will break the other round, and then the third round is split.
And there's 3 on a team, correct?
That's correct.
And so everybody plays everybody, pretty much.
Yes, everybody plays everybody. So
That's a
each
beautiful
yeah,
format.
yeah, it's one of the best formats around.
It's a great format. I noticed the other day you had a league night, and I was in here and I played in part of that, and I noticed that everybody got a chance to play everybody. What a great format.
Oh, definitely, mate. You get some. Maybe if you're number one in New Zealand, you get to play all these other players.
Yeah, well, the problem with me is that I sit in a chair so much that I watch all the other players shoot, but I still get to play them because I'm sitting in a chair. So, by the way, if there's anybody, I assume this is going out all over, right?
Yes, it's going all over the North Island and South Island, but
Well, the thing of it is, if anybody's listening and doesn't get my jokes, because I'm from Indiana, in the States, and my jokes are not funny usually anywhere except for Indiana.
Indiana Jones.
Well, you could be Indiana Jones, yeah. It's in the state of Indiana, yeah. Yeah. That's great.
And
so the score's 36-23 now?
Yes, 36-23. So that's fairly close. We need Hamilton Boys High to win a match, give them 10 points. Hopefully by 10-0, so that'll bring them up to 33.
So now they've played what? 3 games? No, they've played 4 games at least, right?
Yes. 5 games.
They've played 5 games so far. And how many total games?
9.
9 games.
So each player plays 3 games
that's
each.
Wonderful. What a great idea. That's what they come for, too. They come to play pool.
Yeah, come to play pool and meet new friends, and pool's a great sport, as you know yourself.
I don't see anybody playing rugby, so I guess it's all about pool.
Yeah, the big game's on this afternoon, they say.
I heard. The big game, that's rugby. You have the world champion here in New Zealand, the rugby champion.
Yeah, that's right. They got a game against one of the island teams, Tonga.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Hey, did you ever play that?
I played a little bit of rugby league, a little bit tougher that game.
I watched it last night on TV. It'll be the last time I ever play it. It was tremendous. But this I love. I love to watch this pool. So what are we going to figure? We're going to figure out how he's going to run these balls out?
Well, these guys are fairly new and they're still learning the patterns. And I think, a lot of them just pot and
Just make what they can make.
Yeah, make what they can make at this stage. But like you say, we've worked on their technique.
Yeah.
As you see this guy at the table, beautiful technique.
Oh, no, he's got a. This is interesting.
Yeah, he's just going to probably pot the 7. Just got to be careful he doesn't in off, because you can't jack up and slow that ball.
Yeah, that's it. He'll make the 7, and then he'll come back for the combination maybe in the corner.
Yeah, so the top players would probably clear here.
Yeah, they should.
Hey, the ball's in a nicely positioned.
He's okay right now.
So this is going to be a trick shot here.
Yeah, this will be a trick. 13
6.
rails. No, it'll just be the combination. And very simple. He'll shoot that. If he can get by that on the backside, can he? No problem.
Yeah, definitely. He's in a good position here. He's got to make sure he misses the 1 ball.
Yeah, he'll be okay on that. There you go. No problem.
Yeah,
And
no,
look at here.
beautiful shot.
He might just make the 3 is the only one he's going to have a problem with, probably, right? Because you said that some of these shots are a pro player would have no problem here, or a high amateur, but that they'll go 6 ball, maybe follow up and kick the 1 down a ways. Well, he's going to shoot the 4, see?
Yeah, that's why I say, Tom, these guys are fairly new to learning the patterns.
I see that. Yeah, he's going to have to try to get a break. See, now he's going to be.
He's right out of position now, but that's okay.
That's right. He might get back. They might maybe bank this. See, I know what you do, Jimmy. You'd probably kick that 3 and 3 rails or something like that. You'd do something. I know that. I've watched you do it before.
Yeah, a little bit tricky here. I might try and run and hide behind that bush.
Oh,
Play the 3 and try and sit.
And go behind
Yeah,
that?
1 and 6.
No, what's he going to do? He's going to try to kick one of those balls on the side. No, what's he?
No, he's going behind. I think it's going to be a ball in hand here. He'll hit it too soft. And
No, look at this. Look at this shot.
Oh, he played that pretty good.
Yeah, that was
But he's left open table, hasn't he?
a great shot. Well, he has, but he's going to have to shoot the 13 next here. Unless he tries this over here and then shoots the other. That's what he'll do. Shoot the side ball over here. Was that the 14 ball?
Look at that, Tom. He's taking the big. Yeah, this is the big shot
on the table. Listen, they're brave. They're going after the hardest shot.
Yeah, no fear at all.
Well, you know why? Because it's straight in. Look at,
How's that, mate?
you haven't seen we picked the wrong shot. We should be down there.
Yeah, what do we know?
Well, right now, not much. That was a beautiful. Look at this. I mean, how did he do that? Well, you said this is the Mighty Green, right? Team? Is this the Mighty Green team?
No, the other team's the Mighty Green.
This is the Shields team?
Yeah, this is
The NBHS? That's
Hamilton High.
Girls
Yep,
School?
that's right.
Now, this is all. How many teams were here, Jimmy? You know offhand how many there were?
There was about 16, I think, 15 or 16.
Yeah. And they came from all over the North Island, right?
Yeah, they had regionals, and yeah, they all come from all over the North Island.
Wow, what a great opportunity for them. And I understand the parents came and their coaches and stuff?
Yeah, the parents help out a lot. If it wasn't for the parents, we probably wouldn't have this sort of day. But yeah, they come and bring them here. And
Yeah, there might be parents out there that see this and want to get involved. How would they do that?
oh, definitely, yeah. They just need to go to the Messe Facebook page or one of the clubs, and join up that way.
And they sign up, and how does it cost them so much a year to be a member of it and stuff, or how does that all work, do you know?
Yeah, membership of something under $40 will get you in, and get you going, and free coaching and all that sort of stuff.
And I understand that in this event they all got a cue stick.
Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah, Messe has sponsored all these kids that hadn't had cues before, and you should see the smile on their faces.
I saw the smile and I'm thinking, man, I said I never got a cue like that when I was a kid. It was great, man. And they probably maybe half the kids never had a cue.
Oh, definitely, mate. Some people can't afford them. The family can't afford cues, and yeah, Messe just helped them out in a big way.
Fantastic. Yeah, I saw the smiles, and they wanted to get them all signed and everything, so it was pretty cool. Now, see, here he's going to shoot. So he tried to shoot it, but did he get a little break here?
Oh, I don't know, that might be just on there, Tom. You'd swerve around that if it isn't on, would you?
I think he's. Oh yeah, that looked like a 1 ball. That's a 9 ball there. Is that a stripe? What's that yellow ball? That's the 1 ball. So he's going to try to squeeze through there and make the 8.
Yeah, I think it's on.
No problem.
Great technique.
So now they are. What's the score now? They're making a comeback.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a 10-4 win for Hamilton Boys High.
Oh, what do you think of that? Now look at here, 40 to 33.
Yeah, it's getting closer. Yeah, both teams are fairly close.
And they probably got a couple games left. Maybe.
Yeah, two games left.
So
Yeah.
wow, wouldn't this would be something?
On the other side, it's quite close too.
Would this be considered an upset if the Shields came back and?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, a little bit of an upset because, like we say, Ngaruawahia put in a lot of time with all their kids. They put in hours and hours of training.
I noticed that they don't lose even if they lose because they still win because they love the game.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. Just being here as a winner.
Just here. I was mentioning last night, I said, I got to thinking about how when you got 7 billion people in the world and we got 100 kids here, they're all winners. Every one of them.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Did you have this growing up, anything like this?
Never, mate. I learnt the hard way. I had to learn for myself. What about yourself?
Well, I started out at the age of 10, I was a rack boy, like they're racking the balls now, and I got paid 10 cents a rack. So in other words, whenever somebody would yell rack, I would come with a rack, and they gave me a dime for that, and I would get maybe 100 racks by the end of the night. So I had a few extra dollars that I could buy ice cream with.
Wow, that's an excellent way to start your career.
Yeah, that was it. I did that for 7 years. Then I went to college. I played intercollegiate competition. That was really big in the States. And then I went and started playing professional. And I played my whole life, 8-ball, 9-ball, and bank pool and straight pool and stuff. But I was 53 when I learned that trick shots is where I should be. So I started doing trick shots for a living. It was amazing.
Well, yeah, that's amazing, Tom. I mean,
yeah, I love doing. I love doing the tricks and making people smile and laugh. I was kind of surprised last night. There was actually some people laughing at my jokes. They never laugh.
Oh, no, it was a great show last night. I was laughing all the way through it, mate. And you had my partner laughing too.
Yeah, we had a good time. And the kids' eyes, you can see their eyes lighting up. Because, they want to learn. I can teach you. If anybody comes down today to want to watch this, come on down. And the name of this club that we're at now is what? This is the Massey Club. Hamilton, Massey. So if anybody wants to come down, they can come down and visit, right, and watch?
Definitely, yeah. Yes, all for free.
Yeah, it's all for free. And if they come down, I'm doing some teaching in the bath with Dave. We're doing so if they want to learn to play a little bit, we're going to help the kids here, but we're going to help anybody here that wants to come down.
Yeah, that's excellent. All you guys that are watching, you just heard it from the man, Tom Rosman. A lot of experience, especially if you want to learn the doubling and the banking techniques. He's got it all.
Yeah, I love the banking kicking. That's my special area. I love to teach the angles. See, the game is mathematical. A lot of angles. It's physics, and you have to understand how balls work against each other. And like the cloth, if it rains outside, it affects the cloth. So all of these elements affect their game. So these kids are not just playing the sport. They're knowledgeable of how the elements in the room affect it. If you get 200 people in a room, everything heats up. And that affects actually the balls. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's a lot of our weaknesses, Tom, in New Zealand. No, we've had nobody here that could show us any systems at all. Yeah. We all learn for ourselves.
Well, I'm going to be here all day so they can learn all the systems they want. Anybody can learn if you come down. I'm going to be on a table there, and Dave's on the other table. We're answering questions, anything you want to know.
Well, what an excellent opportunity, especially if you're young. You could never get this sort of information at hand anywhere in the world.
Yeah, and by the way, we're not charging for that, Jimmy. We're down here to as part of the event. We did the work at the event, but for the people that just want to come in, and the student, they come over, and normally you'd pay $100 an hour for instruction, but so they can come over and learn this, and even if they've seen like a trick shot on TV and they want to learn that, they can come in and talk to Dave and me. We'll help them set it up, and we can teach them something simple where they can go back home and share with everybody.
There you go, folks. You'll never get a better opportunity than that in the world. If you wanted that opportunity, you'd probably have to travel to America and pay the big money.
Yeah, there you go. We got now it's 40 to 33.
Yeah, so they're 7 balls behind, so they need a win.
They need to win, and do they have maybe another game after this, or maybe this? It may be about it.
Okay, so there's one game on the table next to it, and so those are the last 2 games, I'd say.
Okay. Well, it's in the area, and anything can happen. That's pool.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Anything can happen. As I was saying, Dave, a lot of our top players learned out of the old, pubs, and, there was no pool rooms like this around when we started playing. And all the top players just went to pubs, and a few clubs now that have got snooker tables, and that's how we learned.
So you learned just from watching? There wasn't really even you were how long have you been coaching now?
Well, I've been coaching for over 15 years, but and that's why I do coach, because I know that I would have been a better player if I got coached. I had to go to bars, stay up till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning playing people, and just to learn the game.
So you learn from the experience of losing and winning on the table.
Exactly.
More losing than winning initially.
Oh, definitely, yeah. A lot of losing, a lot of travelling, and a lot of, like I say, there was nobody there to show us. And all the top players back then would never give away their secrets. I don't know why.
Well, it's interesting. I have a little book, and on the outside it's called Rack Up a Victory, and in the corner it says Secret Systems. Those were the systems in 1988 I wrote about, and I had a lot of top players got upset with me because they didn't want to don't give away our secrets, maybe we'll get beat. So I says, I'm going to give them all away. I'm like a magician, so it was okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that's how you grow the sport, is give away those secrets, How you learned is, how find out people how they learned is, really good.
But you know what? It's interesting that even if you give away the secrets, you still have to practice discipline and stuff. So you don't necessarily are not giving away a secret. You're giving away a technique. You still have to get on the table and practice it.
Yeah, that's right. That's the main part of the game, isn't it, Tom? Tom, the practice, you've got to put these hours in to become, a champion.
Tons of hours. It's you have to be a real. It's like anything. I know the snooker players; those guys are so conditioned mechanically and everything, and mentally. And you got to work at it. You got to pay the dues, so to speak. Just get out there and ask people questions about it. And if they don't want to give you the answer, then somebody will give you an answer. I'll give you an answer. Give me a call.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you keep asking questions, and you will find the answers.
Yeah, the answers are there. Hello. There's a young. Look at that face. See, outside the arena, who's that young guy right there?
Yeah, that's Mr. Tusha. He's the man that won the U.S. Open.
How do you like that?
Yeah, Marco.
I bet you he'd say hi real quick if he just asked. I bet you he'll say hi.
And
say hi.
Hi guys, hi guys.
And later on, we will interview him. So hang around. We'll interview Mr. Marco Tusha, the U.S. 10-ball champion for the year.
It's amazing. It's just amazing. Yeah, I was the international one-ball champion one time. I made one ball. It was awesome. Yeah. Then I tried to make the 2-ball, and things didn't work out so good. And they're up to 10 balls now. What do you think of that?
We'll let you have a talk with him, Dave? I think all these people that are watching would like to hear Mr. Marco Tusha and
I'm going to go back
Dave
and
Wickman.
coach. I'm going to go back and coach. You can talk to the champ here, okay? Remember, come down and visit, okay, if you need some help. How you doing, Marco? Good to see you, buddy.
Okay, here's the US Open 10-ball champion next to me, Marco Tusha. Probably, just in my opinion, the best player in New Zealand at the moment. So that's just my opinion. But a lot of other people would agree with me. We've got the best player in New Zealand right next to me. So how you going, Marco?
I'm good. How about you? You good?
Yeah. We had a good night, and you cleaned us up in the 10-pin bowling last night, folks.
Oh man, that was good fun.
I could see you played that game before as well, mate, and you played real good.
It's the hand and eye coordination, eh? It's the hand and eye coordination.
Yeah, just watching you, you played good.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and so what's your outlook for the rest of the year?
There's like a few tournaments I'm planning to play. The first one is like the International 9-ball. That's the old US Open format. It's in, I think, in Virginia or something. Yeah, I think it's end of October. So that's a major event. Like I think 40 grand first. After that, I have the All Japan Open or the World 9-ball. I'm waiting for like a confirmation for like a stage 2 spot in the World 9-ball. If I don't get my stage 2 spot, I will play the World of the All Japan Open. And then in January, like the Derby, of course, the Derby in beginning of January. And yeah, and then it's like you're getting close to the what is after that? I think I'm not sure what's after that. Oh, I think the World 10-ball. The World 10-ball is after that. Yeah, the Predator World 10-ball. So.
And next week you'll be going to Adelaide to play over there. They got a 10-ball tournament, is it?
Yeah. No, it's 9-ball, but that's gonna be a good one as well. I played last year and I finished third in both events in the doubles, Scotch doubles with Justin. And and I lost in the singles. I lost third as well. So I'm looking forward to get at least like one of the two events to get a win. So that's something that's really on my mind right now, and just like high focus, and I practice a lot these days. So I can't wait to go there. Yeah.
And the US 10-ball Open, when you won that, how did you feel?
Yeah, it's amazing feeling, like it's incredible, I practiced for so many years, and you're happy to just finally win something like that. But it's like the moment when you're there and when you're playing, you don't actually feel it like that. It's just like it happens, and you're just real intense with just playing and trying your best, and it's pretty intense to play a tournament like that. So it's not like you're gonna feel like you're gonna win something. It's just actually the few days afterwards you actually start realizing how you did it, or who you beat, or on the moment itself it's hard to actually realize what's happening, and you just try to really focus, and that's the only thing what you need to do. And but yeah, it's good feeling.
Yeah, and when I was over there, when it's your time, it's your time. But geez, wow, you played the best pool I've ever seen somebody play. That has been sort of somebody I knew. and it was just incredible to watch. But yeah, he put on such a great performance. Okay, he's just doing a few signatures. A few people want his signature. And Marco's down here today too, and if you want to come down and play him, you might get the opportunity to play him. And what sort of practice would preparation would you do, Marco, before a tournament?
I practice a lot of like kicks, bangs, jumps. I'm working more on details these days, so I'm not as intense as I used to do. Used to practice like many hours and hanging around a lot of in the pool. These days I'm just work on small, things that worked for me. What I said, my mental, like being healthy, feeling good and fit, and getting your mind in the right place, and yeah, and it's just small things, like sometimes you don't hit the ball as nice as you want, like even like with spin on the cue ball, and if I feel like I don't hit the ball nice, I will probably like practice more my stance and my technique, just that I hit the ball real clean, and so that it's just no matter how I feel, and that's what I practice here.
Yeah, and that's one of a lot of things that the New Zealanders don't do is practice those kick shots, bank shots, just the little things that win you games.
Yeah, I think with kicks and that kind of things, with kicks and bangs, and if you don't play kicks for like a few weeks, it's sometimes like it's almost like impossible to hit the ball sometimes, But if you just do it consistently, every week, just you don't have to do it for hours, just like 5-10 minutes every now and then, just every 2-3 days, just 5-10 minutes, just playing with the rails, that makes a huge difference, It makes a difference where you hit the object ball, after the hit, it makes and the speed, it's so important. If you, yeah, it's like sometimes right now how I feel if I get kick shots, I feel like I can see the side of the ball, so and it makes a huge difference,
And one of your big strengths is the safety part of the game. A lot of players in New Zealand also don't practice that. I see you hook a lot of players. A lot of the times you come in, right behind the ball, and they've got really nothing they can do.
Yeah, that's something what I said. Like with the same, it's with the safeties and the kick shots. It's all like you have to keep playing it and trying new things out. And sometimes like I'm mucking around in the shop, even in the shop, just mucking around with trying new things and try to what works and try what's easy and what's high percentage shots. But it's also like a lot of watching. I watch a lot of YouTube. Watch a lot of top players, what they're playing and why they're playing the shots. Yeah, it's interesting to see the difference between the players. You see like players like Jason or Joshua, they're playing some more aggressive safeties than maybe a Ralph or like for Niels Fire. They're playing more like try to get the ball maybe not as frozen, but like more higher percentage shots. So it's funny. Different players have different kind of safeties. So yeah, there's a lot to learn on YouTube.
Yeah, it's excellent to watch. Very good to watch.
So what's going on here? What's going on here? This is where they are right now in the tournament.
Yeah, these guys here, like in the last four. Yeah, they're playing on the loser side to get back into the main draw. The loser will be out. Ngaruawahia just ahead, which are the more favoured team, only because they do a lot more practice and they're here every week.
Yeah, it looks. I think this live stream looks really nice actually right now.
Yeah, they got much better cameras now, so
yeah, it looks really good. Looks nice with the scores, and it's good to watch.
yeah, Massey's just fine-tuning a lot of their gear, and especially in Pukekohe Massey, they're looking at putting proper lights in that over all the tables, which we need, and better live streaming. So they are working towards better.
That's something definitely that's gonna that's changes that's gonna happen in the future. I think right now it's a matter of time and that the stream and that the tables and the tournaments getting better and better. But I believe in the next few years it's gonna be really good. Like the tournaments got more exposure.
So a lot of these. What do you think about the Kiwi players? Like Marvin, Glenn Coots, Chris Bowman, a lot of those players.
Yeah, they play. I mean, like there's a lot of like solid players here in New Zealand. I think the difference is that I think the only difference is that there's like they're maybe not consistently practicing as what I do. You know, like I have in the 17 years that I played pool, I've never like didn't play pool for 4 days in a row, 3 days in a row. I always keep playing, you know. And it's not, sometimes it's less than other moments because we all have like things in life, you know, busy times and families and everything. And but I think most people just like to start. They have like a goal. It's like saying going to the gym and they go like for 3 weeks or 4 months or 2 months. They just go like real intense to the gym and then they stop. And then they're never gonna go back. And it's the same with pool. If you just stop in one moment, then it's hard to get back into it. As long as you keep going, like maybe go like same with the gym. If you go like once or twice a week, then at least you keep the rhythm, you know, and you keep going, and you know you don't lose much. But like with pool, it's, you know, like there's like so many different things. There's like the kicks, there's the braking, there's the jumping, you have the safeties. There's like so many aspects to be like to learn. So if you just take long breaks, that's killing.
That's another strong part of your game is your break. You know, you get a lot. Like over the last 2 years, I've seen a lot of the other players break improve because of what they've seen.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, what I said before, I have no secrets. So people are telling everything what I know and my knowledge, I just give it to everyone. So it's not like I keep these things for myself. So it's good for me as well. Like when players start playing better and it keep my focus higher and it brings me, you know, like brings my game to the next level to win more tournaments. So it's good for me when people start playing good against me. And it's bad when people just like, you know, like people just give me too many chances, you know, for my own game as well, you know. So I'm happy if I see people just breaking better or kicking better or playing the safeties right, and it's good for the game, you know.
Definitely. And a lot of our juniors, what do you think about our juniors getting up to your sort of standard? What would they need to, I know they need to put in what you've said, put in all the practice and that, but do you think there's some juniors here that can get to your standard?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's all about the passion. It's definitely it's all about the passion. If the passion is there and you love the game, then it's also not a problem to practice a lot and to just to keep playing and don't stop and. But it's hard because, you know, like sometimes it can be, you know, not easy to practice serious and just being around in the pool all day, and so it's hard to see right now who's gonna be the good players and who's gonna be the future. But there's definitely like some guys that I see here and they have like a good like technique right now, and they're like, you know, there's definitely a future for them. So yeah.
Oh, that's excellent, mate. I might get Logan. I think Logan wants to pick your brain too. Do you mind having a few words with Logan and coming through another angle? Mr. Logan Walsh.
Hey guys, I think this one's pretty much finished, so don't really know. I don't think I need to commentate. I think they're finished. Just get a double check from the great and powerful Honey Tito. It's all finished. We'll end the stream, guys, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We're just going to get the second rounds going. Be the main side final. So the last two with 2 lives playing. I'll see if Marco is willing to commentate. I'm sure he is. He's in his new 4Sport shirt, the same shirt he won the US Open with. So it's his lucky shirt. He actually hasn't taken it off in the last month. So we'll be back. See you guys in about 5-10 minutes.
They're going to go boom. So they're going to go boom, boom,